shit. Yo, we are back, and yeah, as you can probably tell, I'm a little bit bigger since the last time you saw me. And that is because that one, I ain't picked the camera in 5 months, and two, within those 5 months, I started my first steroid cycle, which obviously I said I was going to do anyway. Because I want to compete, blah blah blah. But yeah, so in the last 20 weeks, well, basically from when I got back from holiday, I started with my coach Tom Hames. Started on the cycle. We ran the cycle for about 18 weeks, 19 weeks or something, and then we went into a mini cut and cruise. Got my bloods done. Everything came back as if I literally put on 50 pounds my first cycle, and my blood work came back as if I basically didn't do a fucking cycle. So happy days. But yeah, so we've just come out of that mini cut now, and this is my second week back into the off season. And then this is the last off season I have before going into a prep. So, you know, it's going to be a big one. We got up to 228 pounds in the last push that we did. And for me to like kind of get to the top of my weight cap, so my weight cap when I'm on stage will be like 194 pounds. So I need to be about like 40-50 pounds heavier than that. So we're looking at like, we're basically looking at about 235, 240 max really in this half season. So we basically just got to put on like an extra 10 pounds in the next like for this off season. So that is the goal, 235 to 240. So I'm gonna be getting fluffy, which is it's just part of the process. But yeah, man, I thought I'd just start this video off with me doing a full day of eating, so you lot can just see what I'm eating at the start of this last season, and then we'll do a couple in the middle, and then probably right at the end, and we'll see whatever the difference is within calories or whatever food changes happen. But yeah, man, let's get it. Surprisingly, nothing has changed with my breakfast. Still oats, so let's get making that. Right, for this meal we have 100 grams of oats. So I have to open another bag of oats for literally 12 grams, which is not fun. We've got 100 grams of oats, 65 grams of whey protein, 50 grams of blueberries, and then 50 grams of honey. And I know that's a lot of honey. Literally in a day, I go through 140 grams of honey. So how much does he even have? So that's 340 grams in there. So I'm literally going for a bottle every like 3 days, which is sick. Yeah, I'm actually struggling. Can't open this bag. As some of you guys will know from my like last 4 days of eating, if you've watched them, I end up making my oats into an oat cookie. Basically, I just put all the ingredients into an air fryer and fry it basically. Air fry it. And tastes good. So yeah, what are we doing? The oat cookie. It's like a cookie, man. Look at that. It's like a proper beefcake. But anyways, it is done. I got 50 grams of this, and I literally just basically drown it. Let me show you what we got. Oat cookie banana. Doesn't look the most appealing thing in the world, but it's actually quite tasty, so yeah. Right, we are sat down now, obviously. I feel like I've got to like explain everything, but I will get there. Oat cookie, got myself a little beverage, coffee, literally an espresso machine and that, you know, bougie coffee drinker and that. Have it with a straw as well, saves the teeth. At the moment, with like my coffees and like hot drinks and whatever, I just have a sweetener and then I have like skimmed milk. But if like let's say I'm going to like a coffee shop, I'll have whatever I want. It's the off season, so you don't need to be as strict. I'm gonna eat this meal now. I still got nothing on these walls, by the way, so don't violate or anything. There will be some kind of walls by the end of this year. Just literally, yeah, you move into a house, you get everything kind of sorted, but the pictures, and then like once you get comfy, you just sit down. You forget about it. Fuck, like forget it. But we do really need to put some photos on there. Right, got a. Decent. Right, meal 1 is done hatch, and every day after meal 1 I will have a multivit, vitamin B complex, vitamin C, and then I have 2 grams of krill oil as well, just because when you're running a cycle, it is one of the big factors of keeping your cholesterol down, so yeah, gotta make sure stay healthy. Right, out of the shower, got dressed, feeling a little bit more presentable. That's the one thing with 4 days of eating. Like, you wake up, and because I shower after my first meal, you like get to see me all like fucking bummed up. But anyways, it is time for meal 2, because literally in the off-season the eating doesn't stop. Like I'm only eating 5 meals, but then on a rest day I have to eat 6 meals. The only reason why I don't eat 6 on a training day is because of when if I'm eating so much it ends up affecting my training, because I end up having like a full belly throughout the day, and you know, it's not good when you're training. So got 5 meals, but yeah, this meal is going to be cream of rice. Literally just had my check-in come in from Tom, and he's just, my first meal stayed the same, which is good, because then that would have like semi-messed up the 4 day of eating. But he's increased the cream rice portion, and then he's changed one of my meals later in the day, which I'll explain later. But yeah, let's get this meal made. Right, so in this meal we have 125 grams of cream of rice. We've got 35 grams of whey protein, 50 grams of honey, and then 100 grams of raspberries. So it's looking like, it doesn't actually look like it's got that much volume, but what I do is I'll boil the kettle just before boiling, so it's like, it's not too hot, and then I'll pour the water in the actual bowl, stick the cream of rice in, and then because the water's not that hot, it doesn't make the cream rice as fluffy. So then, you know, there's less volume in the actual bowl, and it's easier to get down. Obviously, if you're using a prep, you'd want to volumise it as much as possible, but I'm not in prep, and it allows me to get my food in a little bit easier. So yeah, little top tip for you guys. Right, we're upstairs for this meal, just going to be watching a little bit of the podcast once I eat this meal, and then I'm going to get doing some check-ins, because I find if I eat this meal downstairs before like I do my check-ins and stuff, I take a little bit longer to like get up and get upstairs, so just a little bit, it helps me be a little bit more productive. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna scrap this meal. Right, that is meal 2 done and dusted. Just gonna get through some check-ins now, and then we've got meal 3, which will be chicken wraps, and then we'll be heading off to the gym to try and push. So a bit of chest, shoulders, and triceps, which is probably one of my favourite sessions of the week, to be fair. In the last push that I did, we focused on a lot of like back and shoulders, but in this push we're focusing more on the chest, because we noticed we didn't bring that up as much as we wanted to alongside everything else, because it was one of the stronger muscle groups I had, but now it's like you're starting to like fall a bit behind. But yeah, so we're hitting that 3 times a week, so I'm hoping by the end of this season the chest is going to be looking full as fuck. So yeah, let's get started. Right, chickens are all done. We're now in the kitchen for meal 3. Got the chicken cooking just right there with a bit of pepper in there. Yeah, so this meal is literally just 2 wraps, 200 grams of chicken, and then I've got lettuce and pepper. Okie dokie. Gotta dry the plate, because fucking when you have wraps, nothing worse than a soggy wrap, let's just say that. Going to be using the lighter than light mayo. You might be thinking like, yo Sam, you in the off season? Why don't you just get like the full fat mayo? Because I just it's not really that deep. Like, I want to stay to the plan as possible. If I have to use the full fat, like kind of mayo or whatever, I'll use that one. But like, if I go to the shops, I'll have this, because when I then go into prep, I ain't gonna think, oh man, mayo tastes like ass now that I went to the lighter one. It will just taste the same. So thinking ahead, guys. But yeah, I don't really track my sauces though. I just put on what I want, and then you know, I go from there. Time to eat the wraps. Only 2 wraps of this meal. Literally back when I was like at the peak of my last push, I was having 3 wraps and 2 squares bars, and then I'd have 2 squares bars later in the day as well. So I was having 4 squares bars, which is 1 pack, which was just a bit mad. But gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta get big, I guess. Watch a little bit of YouTube. Probably watch the podcast again that I was watching with Samson and Fuad.
You just get some tearaways like basketball players use.
Right, I'm heading off to the gym. I forgot to show you what I put in my drink for the gym. So I put in 50 grams of cyclodextrin, scoop of EAAs, scoop of glutamine, which is 5 grams of glutamine, and then 5 grams of creatine. And that is it. But yeah man, gonna go off to the gym, train some chest, shoulders and triceps, and then off to the shops. So yeah man. Right, we're back from the gym and the shops. I was gonna show you what I got from the shops, but I realised I'm doing a full day of eating, and everything I got from the shops is what I'm eating today. So there was nothing exciting. Gym was good. Obviously it's push session, and I know I need to work up on my chest. So you know, it's one of those things that I like to focus on and just like get in there and just get it done. And that's time for meal 4. I've got so basically I have a 60 gram shake, 100 grams of cocoa rice, and then I've got a bagel, and then alongside that meal I've got 40 grams of honey. So then I put 15 grams of honey in the shake, and then I put the rest, like 25 gram, on the bagel. Otherwise the bagel's literally drowned in the honey. Yeah, so let's get making that meal. Another side note, it's disgusting. Literally this shake is like the worst thing that I have on the whole day, because I don't like putting loads of water in my shakes, and I've got to put 60 grams of this in there. It's some big thick shake. I also put honey in it, but honey actually says it makes it taste better. But then I also put like 6 cracks of this, and for like hydration. But I have, one sec. So I have pink Himalayan salt with each one meal. So I have 6 cracks with every meal to help with hydration and all that shit. But yeah, it don't make this taste any better. But it is what it is. Gotta get the games, I guess. Shit, run out of protein. Right, bagel, Cocoa Pops. Luckily, I'm only having 100 grams at the moment, so it fits in one of those bowls usually. Like in the last push, I had to use one of these bowls. So I was having like 150 grams of Cocoa Pops each time, which was lovely. But yeah, gonna eat this meal, and then I will see you at the last meal of the day, which will be spag bowl, which is going to be the first time I'll have it, so yeah. Right, we are in for meal 5, and we have pasta bolognese. So we got 150 grams of pasta, but I've got Lils in there as well. We got 500, a whole jar of goddamn pasta sauce, man, in there, and then 200 grams of mince. But obviously, Lil's portions are in here as well, so we've obviously just got to work that out ourselves. And then I've got 35 grams of cheese. But yeah, so just going to whip all that up together, and then once it's done, I'll show you, consume it, and then that will be the full day of eating done and dusted. I'll put all the macros and calories for each meal, like around this area. Right, so I am eating a total of 4,900 calories, so just under 5k. So I can imagine there's going to be a big jump in the scale this week, which is what we want. Right, I'm done cooking. Finishing product, pasta bolognese, you know how it is. Nothing special, but I'm actually looking forward to having it because I'm used to having mince and rice, which is a bit boring. So, yeah. What's it called? All the calories and macros will be on the screen right there. And yeah, I'm going to close off the video here because I'm just going to enjoy the rest of the night. Watch a bit of Last Kingdom on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it because it's actually pretty sick. But other than that, I will see you in the next video. Peace.